Today we're going to make a couple things, and we're going to start off with making a bouncy ball. So we're going to go through what we're going to need first. We'll have the borax, which is found in the laundry section. Warm water, and then we're going to have glue. We need 2 small mixing cups, a stirring stick, cornstarch. We have food coloring to make it a little more fun. We're going to make a bouncy ball today, and so what's happening is sometimes we have molecules that stick together or come together to make a certain shape. And in biology, a lot of times the function of a molecule is really dependent upon its shape. And so if you don't have a specific shape for a molecule, it likely does not have function. And so without that shape, it does not work. And so all of our proteins have specific shape or conformations that they like to be in so they can function. And today what we're going to do is we are going to use our bouncy ball as a way to demonstrate holding molecules together and making a shape so that you can have a functional bouncy ball. And so in our experiment today, we are going to use glue and our borax. And when the glue and the borax is actually mixed together, the borax is going to act as a cross-linking agent. And then later, we're going to add our cornstarch. It's going to hold these molecules together so that you can shape this into a ball so that it works and functions. So like lots of our molecules in our bodies, they have specific structures that are going to be very, very important for function. And so today we are going to demonstrate this by using our glue and our borax to make a cross-linking reaction. And our cornstarch is going to allow us to mold it into a specific shape so that you have a bouncy ball that actually works. We're going to label 1 cup the borax solution and the other cup ball mixture. So a lot of times in experiments, most of the work is prep. So you'll have to get all of your materials prepped and labeled, etc., before we can move forward. So we have 1 cup, we're labeling borax solution, and the other cup we're labeling ball mixture. So we're going to pour about 4 ounces or 120 milliliters of warm water into the cup labeled borax solution and 1 teaspoon of the borax powder into the cup. And then we're going to stir the mixture to dissolve the borax. And we're going to dump that water into the cup labeled borax solution. All right, so we want to make sure we stir to dissolve the borax powder. We need to put 1 tablespoon of glue into the cup labeled ball mixture. When we do put the 1 tablespoon of glue into the ball mixture, then you can add 3 to 4 drops of food coloring. We're going to add half a teaspoon of the borax solution that you just made and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to the glue. And we do not want to stir. So we're going to allow the ingredients to interact on their own for about 15 seconds. And then we're going to stir them to make them fluffy. And we're going to stir, and once it becomes impossible to stir, then we're going to take it out of the cup and start molding it into a ball. If it's not bouncy, it's fine because we're still demonstrating the chemical reaction that when you add the borax in the glue, the borax is acting as a cross-linker to the molecules in the glue. So basically you're creating chains of molecules that stick together, and then the cornstarch just helps bind those molecules together so they can form a shape. So if it's not bouncy, the science is still there. You can talk to them about also if you kind of mess around with the ratios of glue, borax, and cornstarch, you can try to get it to be bouncier as well. So we'll need 2 new disposable cups. We're going to be able to keep the same ingredients, but just 2 new cups. The food coloring of your choice, what color you like, water, the borax powder, a plastic spoon, and then we're going to need a tablespoon for measuring. All right. So our first instruction, we're going to fill 1 cup with water and add a spoonful of the borax powder and stir it. And then we're going to set it aside. So again, we're going to fill 1 cup with water and add a spoonful of the borax powder, stir it up, and then we're going to set it aside. And so in the other cup, we're going to add about 1 inch of glue. So I don't know if anybody has rulers available, but we're going to add quite a bit of glue, about 1 inch of glue to the cup. So we're going to add 3 tablespoons or 20 milliliters of water to the glue and stir. Now they can add a few drops of food coloring and stir it up until it's mixed now as well. So once we have food coloring, now this is the fun part. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the borax solution you made. And now you need to stir well, and you're going to watch the slime form. After the slime forms, you let it sit for about 30 seconds and then pull it out. You should be able to play with it at that point. And a couple things. And so for the science part, so now we've created a polymer. And so this polymer is just a substance of smaller repeating molecules. And what's unique about this is that we have a substance that is liquid and a solid. So it'll take form of containers that you put it in, but you also can pick it up in your hands like a solid. And so this is what's unique about this experiment. And we call this a polymer, and it's a substance of smaller repeating molecules. If you want to keep this away from small children, that's not food, or out of your sibling care. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Enjoy your slime and your bouncy ball.